another topic that came up is, a long time ago, Dad put a curse on anyone any man born of a legitimate wife, which is why we do things a little bit oddly when we want sons. But he wondered if that could be undone, and these things that are done by the angels, they really can't be undone. If you don't put a proper break in the pattern, you can get yourself painted into a corner. But there are other ways around things, and maybe what he said can't be undone in that instance, but in other things you put the proper breaks in that make it not the same thing as it was on the day that he said it. So I have a full brother by my father's only wife, and I've got several of these actually. But by the time Steve was born, Dad had figured some things out, and he did not try to raise him as a free man. And he has come out the best of all my brothers. That being said, somebody that we can put into a shape that they would hold more firmly can possibly be put in a higher stress part of the structure. But in terms of productivity and interactivity and being able to be considered a participatory member of the family, in the capacity that we could free him, then it's similar to the way that we freed Bubba. That he turned out to be the best. And I did not try to raise Bubba free, but I always planned to free him when he got older. If he lived up to potential, and I assumed that he would. And then there's the matter of my husband having needed me to participate in extracting his kids from women who did not have wombs. And there are at least 2 of those. And, in one case, Cookie or Fonzie got caught up in a plot of her mother's family or whatever to, try to slip her under the radar, and they'd all come out, pass it for white through her, which didn't really work out, and this kind of put a wobble on her. The other one, like I said, no one had arms to reach out. I mean, thrown into the same hopper as Steve, and we would be homeless otherwise. So, this is an appropriate practice. But the thing I wanted to talk about was recently there were some events that could only happen through coordinated voodoo. Basically that is the right term for it. Is distinct from witchcraft, which is sneaking into somebody's house and inoculating their smoking mix with germs so that it molds. Anyway, which is one of the reasons why we make this stuff. It's kind of like a witch alarm. Anyway, so if you're wondering out there why I can't participate in that stuff, it's because I don't come from the right background. And I had to participate in a different coordinated group that meets in a different way and that has a different manifestation.